This is Made for More Living with Johnny Jennings. Online at madeformorerealty.com.
On today's show, we have some eXp Royalty. We have Susan McClain. She's the Vice President of Agent Success. Welcome on the show, Susan.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here.
Well, I am super excited to talk to you because eXp is all about, so for those of the listeners who don't know, Made for More is powered by eXp Realty. And as such, we have some incredible tools. I don't know if you knew this, Susan, but I've heard rumors that 1 in 2 transactions in my market in the greater Sacramento region, 1 in 2 are typically closed by a eXp agent. Isn't that crazy?
I love it. That's a great stat. I don't doubt it one single bit.
We're in eXp Mecca here, thanks to big Brent Gove. But anyways, talking about agent success, talking about reasons why we are closing so many deals, like I wanted to have you on here and just kind of go over briefly 2 things. One, about how eXp supports individual agents, and then in the next segment, we'll discuss how they support teams and why teams, boutique brokerages, even medium to large size brokerages are migrating over to eXp because of all the tools that we provide. So, but let's start with agents. So, what is it that eXp does that's different from your typical brokerage to support their agents?
That's a great question. And I think and so I've got 20 years in real estate, right? So been with many different brokerages, seen real estate from many different perspectives. And I think the one thing that stands out to me that eXp does better than anyone else is we give you a path from wherever you are to wherever you want to go. Now that path is different for everyone, right? So if we have someone that's brand new in real estate, their path is going to look a little bit different than we have for someone that wants to hit icon, or maybe they are an icon agent or they're a team leader. But whatever your path is in real estate, you can get plugged into the things that will help you, the tools, the training, the support, the community, the culture. You have to plug in though, right? So a big part of my job is keeping agents at eXp, keeping them happy and productive and selling. And I will tell you, I'll talk to agents quite often and I'll say, tell me the last thing that you took. What was the last step that you took at the company to get from A to B? And many times they don't have an answer for me. So the agents have to plug in. But if you're looking for what's my next step, we will show you that path. I promise.
There's a definite roadmap. Like you said, whether you're selling one house or whether you've sold 1,000, there's a roadmap for you. And one of those roadmaps for agents is FastCap, right?
Cap. Yes, FastCap.
I've heard great things about it. I haven't gone through it, but can you explain a bit about what that is?
Yeah, so FastCap exists because of a fabulous guy that we hired a couple of years ago now named Brian Ellington. So if you don't know Brian, he's our Chief Learning Officer. Phenomenal history and resume in real estate. He's the best at what he does. So Brian came into eXp not that long ago and said, all right, my first order of business is to make sure that anyone who wants to get from A to B, right, they have a path. And so he started with FastCap. So what Brian did is he came in and he started interviewing all of the agents, the brand new agents in the business that came to eXp and they were able to do 10, 20, 30, whatever their number of transactions were, these absolute new agent rock stars. And he said, tell me how you did it. I want to know everything. I want to know your activities. I want to know your scripts. I want to know what you said to yourself when you doubted yourself. I want to know everything. And so we did all of these in-depth interviews with all these rock star new agents who absolutely killed it in business. And what he did is he created their playbook. And he said he took the best of the best from the best of the best, and he created FastCap. So FastCap teaches you all of the tools that you need, all of the things that you should be doing to go from zero to being a capping agent. It is phenomenal. But the funny thing is, not funny, but interesting thing is, he developed that by talking to new agents who just absolutely hit it out of the ballpark. But what happens is we've had so many capping and icon agents and mentors and team leaders that have taken FastCap because they have to go, we all have to go back to the basics. You know,
Hmm.
the market changes, circumstances change, your business might change. You have a bad month, you have a bad quarter. And instead of going, okay, well, what do I do now? Take FastCap and get reminded of those things you should be doing.
What I really like about what you shared about FastCap was that it was built by or designed by newer agents. It's not like somebody who was doing this 30 years ago and has maybe lost touch with what's working now. It's
Yeah.
relevant, it's current. By the way,
Yeah.
how much does it cost for an agent to join FastCap and to go through it?
There's no cost. It's included, right?
Okay, that was not a trick question. I didn't
Yeah.
know. I didn't know. Because
Yeah,
some brokerages do charge.
they
They do
do.
charge for their training.
A lot. They charge a lot, right? So I always explain it like this, and I stole this, and I'm going to give credit. I stole it from Tony King, who's one of our VPs of growth. Tony is phenomenal, and he explained it like this to me once, and I'm like, oh, that's the best visualization ever. He said we offer a like a vending machine, right, of all of these things, whether it's
Yeah.
FastCap or Fast Attract or the Icon training, or I mean, just like any number of things. We offer all of that. It's in the vending machine. And so we all put our monthly dollars in, right? You know, if you're a US agent, it's $85. So we all put that in. But so many of us walk away without making a selection.
Hmm.
And so make a selection, right? You wouldn't put your, $5 into the vending machine and not get your Snickers bar, right? So don't walk away without making a selection. So it's included in the vending machine.
And including that vending machine, there's all those programs, specific programs you just mentioned, but then just in general, I believe there's over 80 hours of like live instruction every single week.
Yeah, and I think that don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure that's an old stat. I'm sure we're a
Well
hundred.
above.
I'm 100% sure we're way above that now. So we have KGCI, which is our radio station, and so it is playing 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So if you don't listen to KGCI when you're in the car between showings or have it playing at your open house, like that is 24 hours a day.
I didn't know this. Where do you go to listen to it?
You can go to any
Like
podcast
iHeart
station.
or?
You can go to any place that has podcasts. You can log on to YouTube. If you go to the eXp Realty YouTube channel, you'll see it. You'll see it there. So any place that you listen to streaming radio, you can listen to KGCI.
Wow. So it's basically like a podcast, audiobook type of a learning environment.
Learning, yeah. And it's just fabulous agents, trainers, coaches. I mean, you name it, giving away their playbooks of this is what I did to, get where I am today. This is how I'm successful. This is what I did. This is what I teach others to do. And so it's 24 hours a day.
That's cool. I had no idea EXP offered that. All right, so we
Right?
got
It's in the
FastCap.
vending machine.
It's in the
Yeah.
vending. I mean, that vending machine is gnarly. That's probably the number. If there is a complaint with EXP, that's the number one complaint. Like, there's just so much. And so, if somebody was looking to plug in, if they're new to the brokerage, if they have been with the brokerage a while and they kind of feel like an island, what's a good way for them to re-plug in?
I think that's two places. So number one, go to our toolkits. There's two ways to get to our toolkit. So it's I think it's exptoolkit.com. Don't quote me on that. I'm sure you can put the link up. I'll send it to
Yeah.
you. But if you go to your My EXP account, so all of the agents have their own My EXP account, right? And you go into.
You're right, by the way. exptoolkit.com works.
Hey, look at that. See, I know
Yeah,
something.
that's why you're VP. Yep.
That's right. I know one thing. That's about it. But then, so you can go to that link or you can go access it through your My EXP page. So all of our, anything new that we launch, anything new that we announce, anything new that we have coming out, we create a toolkit for it. So there's an attraction toolkit, a retention toolkit, a Slack toolkit, a luxury toolkit, land and ranch. I mean, there are probably 30 toolkits on that page.
Yep.
And so all of our stuff and things, right? The new things will be
This
in
is the vending machine.
that's a great place to see what's in the vending machine.
Okay.
So that's one place. The second place is, and if you haven't been here for a while, definitely go check it out. And this again is credit to Brian Ellington and his team. It's the new eXp University page. So expuniversity.com. We were talking about pathways earlier for agents. And if you go to the university page, you'll be able to select courses by path, right? I'm a new
Hmm.
agent, I'm a capper, I want to be an icon, I want to attract agents, I'm a team leader. Whatever the pathways are, you can select your specific path.
Freaking love that. Yeah, I did not know because you're right. eXp University used to be on there, was a little hokey back in the day, but this looks
It
way
was, I
better.
know. And that's literally one of the first things. So he changed it and then changed it right away. And then he actually built what he wanted. And he
Hmm.
just recently launched that. So, and that's not just him, his whole team is phenomenal.
Yeah, so just for the listeners and people watching this, I see emerging agents, cap and icon agents, teams, attractors, new to EXP. Those are some different tracks that you can take at expuniversity.com. And then on the toolkits, there's so much there. Like there's because we do have Canva. I don't know if we're
Yeah.
the only, but we were the first to have that integration with Canva.
Yes, absolutely. And at the level that we have it too, right? So the enterprise level. So you have
Yeah, for
access
free.
to, yes, yeah, again, part of your toolkit. Exactly.
Part of that toolkit. I see you have the CRM of choice. So we do have those 3, 4 different CRMs that you can choose from, not just the one. And then I see, what else do I see? Land and ranch, lead protection, luxury, onboarding, mentor, seller toolkit. That's really cool. Like it helps you create a listing presentation and
Yeah.
communicate with your sellers. There's just a lot of great, I like how it's broken down. And that's it. Like it took me just a couple seconds to scroll through. And that's probably everything I would need if I was a new agent or existing agent with EXP
Yeah.
to plug in.
And if you go to the retention and sponsorship toolkit, it is under one of the preventable reasons that agents leave, and I think it's number two, which is they don't understand the value that the
Yeah.
brokerage provides. There is a slide deck, and it's EXP Value Explained is what it is. And so we've put together a slide deck essentially, and it's kind of the same thought pattern. So you can go in the first or the second slide page is I'm a team leader, I'm a new agent, I'm an aspiring capper, and you can see our tools just for your path, right? Because if you're a brand new agent, you don't care that we have Team Leader Academy. We're not going to
Yeah.
show it to you if you don't want to see it, right?
Correct. Yeah, that's where it kind of felt like you're at a big buffet. Like, have you ever been to a Brazilian steakhouse?
I have, yes.
You
And then
know, yeah, and then and you have the thing that you turn if you're hungry or you want more food. Well, the first time I went to a Brazilian steakhouse, I like loaded up on like the buffet and all the stuff, and then they just kept bringing the meat. I didn't realize what I had signed up for, and
yeah,
then it was just too much. I couldn't consume all of it, and then I realized, wait, when I went back a second time, hey, I know exactly what I want. I'm avoiding the buffet, and so this kind of helps you narrow down, that Brazilian steakhouse effect to
yes,
just.
that's a great analogy. I like that.
I don't know if
Don't
it's
miss
great,
up
but
on the
it's an
buffet.
analogy. Yeah. So, all right. Well, wonderful. Well, when we come back, we will be discussing. So, so far, we've talked about agents, whether you're new or been with EXP a while, but you're wondering, hey, where are all these resources that I'm paying for? How do I access those? So, we've gone over that exptoolkit.com and expuniversity.com. We've gone over that, but let's say you're looking to grow into a team or you have a team. I'm curious to hear more about what resources EXP provides for aspiring team leaders or current team leaders when we come back.
It's probably on a weekly basis where I will talk with someone who wants to sell their home, but they say, Matt, well, first I got to do this, and then I got to do that, and first I got to do this. And they're talking about all these repairs and things they have to do on the home before they can put it on the market. Like the backyard needs some updates on the fence over here, or the bathroom needs this fixed and the kitchen needs upgraded here, and the roof needs this done. And I'm like, well, have you called Johnny Jennings first with Made for More Realty? Because he's got this great program where he will give you at least 3 cash offers on your home in as-is condition. So no repairs, no organization, no staging, no open houses, just 3 cash offers on your home as is. So imagine the relief and the time saved and the expenses saved if you can just make it easy, simple, quick. And he's going to net you the most money possible. So what do? You just Google Johnny Jennings with Made for More Realty. Google Johnny Jennings with Made for More Realty. If you want it easy, simple, save you a lot of time and hassle, just reach out to him. Again, Google Johnny Jennings with Made for More Realty and get more for your home.